The beat of the nation.
Hey beautiful people, welcome to the Groove Deck where you miss nothing because there's always something. My name is Elspeth Chimedza and I'm joined by my co-host AT.
And an honorary co-host.
Yes.
yeah, the homie, the young blood, Darryl.
Yes. Yes. Do we have the bomb?
Oh, and the bomb is rolling on.
Or the siren?
The siren.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by Darryl Nyamutsamba, who's going to share with us his views, and we're just going to talk it out, actually. So Darryl's going to tell us what he does for a living, because he's got a special position.
Yeah, he's winning.
Yeah. So Darryl, hi Darryl.
What's good? Yeah, my name is Darryl, and I'm the senior editor of SA Hip Hop Mag. Yeah, short and precise, right?
Yes.
Precise, my nigga.
Yeah.
Okay, so fine. First question though.
Yeah.
I know you've been working in Zim way before that.
Yeah.
Way before that, doing the same thing.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? Income. Yeah, income for me is like a big thing. You know what I mean? Like, in Zim we don't have, like Zim companies are still focusing on traditional media. That is like they still spend money on like TV and like newspapers, like print media. They're spending very little or nothing on digital media, you know what I mean? So it was a bit difficult doing it out here, but then in SA, like the companies are really spending.
No, that's dope. So like, yeah, who from the industry have you been messing with, like, from there? Basically,
I've been messing with a lot of people, man. I was in conversation with like Stilo, Stilo Magolide. Before I came, we had lunch in Brum. I was with Zeus. I was with Zeus like a couple of weeks before that. We met in Santon. I was with AKA. I've met a lot of people. Gigi, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man. Even the people I haven't met, you know what I mean? We chat, we talk, yeah.
Okay. So, you were at the Zimbabwean Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? We had the awards. So I think, but let's start with the Zim Hip Hop Awards before we go into the SA Hip Hop Awards, because I want to hear your opinion. But from perspective of Zim Hip Hop, because, a lot of journalists, including myself, have an opinion that Zim Hip Hop is not yet there.
Yeah.
So, from your perspective, as the editor.
Oh, yes, yeah. I think Zim Hip Hop were almost there. You know what I mean? Like looking at like the growth from like the previous years, the last 4 years or whatever. Yesterday we had like it was beautiful, man. Like the production, even the performances, the sound. You know what I mean? Everything was just organized. I mean, maybe the budget could have been bigger or whatever, but we know the situation.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that the winners from the night, from the Zim Hip Hop Awards, they deserved?
Yeah, man. I feel like most of the rappers, you know what I mean, that won awards or whatever, actually put in work. Okay. It's different from the other years where people will be complaining that this guy didn't put in work. I think the people who disagreed with the winners, actually, like my homie Briss, you know what I mean? Because he thought like he was man of the year. You got me?
True.
Yeah, it's not really like people were like, this was fake or whatever, Okay. Yeah, everything was legit.
But Kelvin has been putting in work. I think for me, for Zim Hip Hop, I have great respect for Kelvin. I might not bop to everything that he plays, but I think Kelvin is proof that Kelvin puts in the work. Like, he does his work,
True.
So,
what do I think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel though, like I don't want to be the opinionated one when there's already another opinionated nigga in the room.
Yeah.
But I really feel like as much as Kelvin is pushing, as much as he's making ground for Zim Hip Hop, he's also taking it back.
How?
His sound, mate. His sound, like just the sound of it. Of course, he's taking us across the border, but he's taking sound from 2009. You know what I mean? He's mixing urban grooves with Skanda rap. Basically, that's what he's doing. You know what I mean? His bars might be dope on some tracks, but the beats that he produces is Skanda mixed with urban grooves. There's no changing that. And I feel like if you can hear what software a nigga used to make his music, he's not worth it. He's not worth it. But I do respect him for being where he is.
It's not, But I think, nah, man. Like, shout out to the dude, man. Like, I've heard a couple songs that made me feel like, yo, man, rappers in Africa, not like in Zim, really need to step their game up because the dude was coming through. Like, I don't care if I got next. You know the song? You know?
Nah,
dude, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Okay. And talking about the other awards, the South African Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
Your take on it, because in 2015. Okay, this has been a long-running beef between Casper and AKA, but in I personally I think that Casper and AKA have both been winning. But looking at the SA Hip Hop Awards, do you think that it was fair? Did both Casper and AKA get their due?
Yeah, I'll say this. I'll say. I mean, AKA won like several awards. Like 5. You know what I mean? Including Anati's awards because he featured in the song, whatever. I feel like that was proper. You know what I mean? Because his music really had that impact. You get what I'm saying? But I mean, the milestone award, I don't think they were supposed to share it. You know what I mean? Like he said, you cannot compare like a gold selling album to like a platinum selling album. Or a gold selling album to filling up the dome, you know what I'm saying? Or BT nomination, mobile nomination, whatever. Just I mean, fill up the dome by itself that's history, man. Like Brenda Fassie did not do that. I'm like the legendary Brenda Fassie, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts only, bro.
Straight up.
Facts only. Nah, I feel that. But okay, fine. So in your level of experience and insight into the game, and also as an artist, so to speak, what do you think is needed for Zimbabwean music in general to just reach the next level?
Zimbabwean music, it's hard, you know what I mean? It's hard to speak of Zimbabwe. It's very complex, you know what I mean? Because of like sound or whatever, like the music people in Zim like, very few people in Africa like.
Okay, but to take it over the border.
The border, yeah. The crowd itself needs to like kind of change. Or it's unfair to just to be like the crowd needs to change who they support or whatever. I think we just need to put in more work. Zim hip hop definitely for me is the genre that can actually take us. We've had artists that have taken us over the border, but never in the mainstream. Do you get what I'm saying? Never to be like the song that's like the most played on channel or whatever. We've had some great guys, Victor Kunonga, Tuku type thing, but I mean, it's never like mainstream music.
True.
Yeah. So I think this is that time when we're ready to join like Nigeria, SA, you know what I mean? Like with this continental movement where our music is not only big in our country, not just the region, but like the whole continent, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I don't see dancehall doing that. How?
Never.
How, Sway?
Never, dog. Never, dog.
Why? You guys...
Do you know why I say never?
Yes.
Because dancehall music, Zim dancehall... Okay, fine. So I've heard from sources that I cannot speak out.
Yes.
Sizzler once came to Zim, we all know that.
Yes.
When he was in Zim, he heard Winky D. At that time, Winky D was known as the most valuable Zim dancehall artist in Zimbabwe, right?
Yeah.
And when he was now getting when now people were asking him to comment on his music, he was like, you know what? I feel like Winky D is he's a great artist, and what he's doing is good, but it's not dancehall. We don't know what sound he's making. We don't know what songs he is doing or what sound he's making, but it's not Zim dancehall. It's not dancehall to speak, because it's Zim dancehall in quotes is the same thing as saying urban grooves. I keep bringing this up because urban grooves is not a sound.
So
because it wasn't embedded as a culture in Zimbabwe to a point where it became a sound, like the way Kwaito became a sound, the way Afrobeat became a sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like Zim dancehall, as much as people are doing it, it's a trend. It'll fade out, but it's not the Zim sound.
okay, no, it makes sense. I recently wrote an article. We're discussing about like Zim hip hop versus Zim dancehall. Although I'm here to write another article about it. I feel like, unfortunately, in Zimbabwe, and I blame the 100%. The period where we had 100%, and those who started the whole urban grooves movement. Unfortunately, they created mediocrity, and people accepted mediocrity. That's why our audiences, I also listen to music, our audiences never appreciate anybody. Because I was saying, like, there was a time I was saying, okay, look at Pato Ranking, like in the dancehall movement. Pato Ranking, you've got Stonebwoy, they're all signed to VP Records, right? And it's the biggest Jamaican, like, dancehall record label, right? Who in Zimbabwe could do it? In my head, the first person that came to mind was Gatsby Warrior. But Gatsby, people don't appreciate his last album, the With Ramawads.
Yeah, that one.
I thought it was a dope album, but a lot of people thought it was whack. And I'm like, but why? This is an album that I can put next to Burna Boys. I can put it next to Stone Boys, right?
Oh, wow.
It might not be the best, but at least it competes on the continent. So I think we're so used to, I'm not going to become popular, but Zimbabweans are tone deaf.
Yes.
Like we've been taught to be tone deaf.
Yes.
That's mediocre voices. Like literally everything is. We don't create sounds. We don't create. We accept being popular locally. Even the artists themselves. I've spoken to a lot of artists. I've interviewed them, and you can see. And unfortunately, for me personally, because for our brand, we called international. So I want to present to the world a Zimbabwean artist who can go global. You know.
Who are you presenting me?
You already have a platform.
You're already global, bro.
You're already global.
You're already global.
You've got more personalities.
How many pages do you have on your? How many followers do you have on your page, my nigga?
Yeah.
Put me on 80,000.
So what you talking about?
That's not global, my guy.
My nigga,
You know what I mean?
first step. There's a first step to everything.
Yeah.
But like we were saying about the Zim dancehall thing, the reason why I feel like Zimbabwean dancehall will never make it is because people are not appreciating the international dancehall being made by Zimbabweans. Like other countries or other places will not recognize it and appreciate it as well. Even if we take Gatsby Warrior's album right now and take it to SA, we make a dope video, we take it to channel, we take it to all of that. They'll be like, how many plays does it have in Zim?
Straight up.
They'll tell you, does it have radio play?
Straight
Do
up.
people appreciate it? Do you have a fan base? If we say Channel Way Zimbabwe to present Gatsby Warrior, will people come to sing your songs from that album?
End of the day, it's a numbers game. You get what I'm saying? The reason why Nyovest got that 10 million rand contract or whatever was because, dude, he has the numbers. You know what I mean? He has the database. If a company wants to email people and do that email marketing thing, you know what I mean? Casper Nyovest can definitely hook them up. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's we can't exactly have an album that's not even doing anything in its homeland. You know what I'm saying? You need, when you take your song to Channel O or to a Skeeter or whatever, he's going to ask you for your figures. Tell us your figures. You know what I mean?
But isn't there a way around it? Because the challenge is that what Zimbabweans consider dope is not dope continentally, right? And then we have the challenge that we actually don't have an industry. I was tracking Adele's album right now. They've been tracking Adele's album beat NSYNC's album, and this was 15 years ago, right? And they have tracks that NSYNC sold 2.4 million within 1 week. Adele sold 2.9. So with that, we don't have anyone who's tracking that. Ja Praiser has sold how many records within a week?
But then is he selling records though? You know what I mean? Are the albums being sold properly? You know what I mean? Is it legit stuff, or we're really taking our music through? What's this white house called? Is that
Grammar.
where they burn so many CDs in time?
Grammar.
No. Grandma's dead.
You know, right?
I thought they still produce.
No. Grandma died, and all the big people at Grandma are now in SA.
I'm like, yeah, man. I mean, because piracy, I heard like several like dancehall artists came out through pirating their own music. You know what I'm saying? Making sure. Okay, another thing, you know what I mean? Like music itself. This is information. Like we're living in the information age, and I mean, you can have the greatest song. You know what I mean? But what's going to make you big is getting that thing to the people. Is that song, whatever, are people going to be familiar with it? Are people going to vibe with it? Is it going to like create a moment in people's lives? Or is it just going to be big in your bedroom?
Okay, there's a tactic I heard. This is, okay, let's put on quote. I heard that this is what the Nigerians do. Particularly like big people like P-Square. People like P-Square are already international. P-Square Wizkid. So what they do, they make music that's internationally recognized. So they'll do the Ejiajo, they'll do the personality that would be accepted on the international market, right? And then they make those, you know, like your shocky type of songs, like you know.
But that made it internationally.
They make those songs that Nigerians will like, and then they leak their music. Like they'll ask those guys,
bloggers,
the guys, even the guys in the streets, to share their music. So I think, in a way, especially for the Zim hip hop, because I was thinking that there are some very good Zim hip hop rappers, right? And who talk about things that relate to everybody. But unfortunately, the music is confined to people who listen to hip hop. Why don't you just do that, you know? Because the truth is, no one is buying out.
I have a very, very strong point to put out for one reason why Zim hip hop is not making it to the surface. The problem with Zim hip hop is that radio DJs, radio in itself, the whole system. Look at Star FM, look at ZFM. Okay, well, ZFM is appreciating hip hop. I won't take shots. But Star FM, particularly Star FM, highlight on Star FM. Yeah, on Star FM, right? They'll tell you that hip hop is not selling. No one is singing hip hop, so we're not going to play hip hop. Play dancehall. Trust me, I've been in the system, and I know. So, like, when you get to a point like that where they keep brainwashing our listeners with one genre, that's where you end up getting people like Tammy being appreciated because they're unique, but they're doing African music. But with an artist like that, she's too young to be doing what she's doing and hasn't found herself yet. By the time she's 21, she would have lost herself and she was doing something else. She wants to do like some Be Better Have My Money stuff from Rihanna. What is she going to do? She can't do that. You know what I mean? She's been confined in a box.
Tell me you can do Be Better Have My Money.
But I'm saying she'll be confined in a box because the radio already brainwashed the listeners. This is what she does. This is what she'll always be doing. Listen to this. If she's not doing this, let it go. Because they'll judge it like that.
You know what? The funniest thing, there was a time when I really wanted to be on radio. I still do. You know why? I told people that people don't understand the power of being a radio personality or being on radio. My taste in music was influenced by listening to radio. If I reflect on how growing up I used to listen to Peter Jones, I used to listen to Teach Mataz, I used to listen to Joe Hussein, and like this is, if I mention those names, Simon Parkinson. Simon made me, he got in touch with the coconut side of me. So I'd listen to all the white music and whatnot. But I was in touch with all genres because of these different personalities. But they also had, they themselves had their own tastes. You know that Teach is definitely giving you the R&B. Peter Jones is up to date with the current music. And then Joe Hussein's giving you old school, like, you know, your 80s and your 90s music. Eventually, I also started listening to South African radio. So I was actually influenced by different, like Eddie Zondi. I used to listen to Eddie Zondi because I would read. So right now, I think in as much as we are censored, even on radio, on broadcasting, but I think the radio personalities can stand up and say, okay, you know what, I like R&B. I personally like R&B, so I'm going to pick certain artists who play Zimbabwean R&B. And I'll be like, okay, I'm going to put Davina Green. I'm going to put maybe
Jonas Itole, for Christ's sake.
Jonah.
I mean, he's not that great, but it's a start.
I'll put Elaine.
No, you know, right?
Like I'll try to because you know what happens whenever, you know how they, even Justin Bieber, you know, you hate Justin Bieber or Iggy Azalea, but the way they kept on playing, keep on playing songs like Baby or Fancy, you end up liking the
Taylor
song.
Swift is the perfect example.
Yeah, that's true.
She was forced into people's throats, and that's because she had that one DJ who liked her. Play the music,
100%.
and then it became a virus. Same thing. That's how Alicia Keys literally
Yeah,
blew
you
up.
remember,
Because Envy played her
Yeah.
song first time ever, and then every DJ went inside like, "Yo, what song is this, bruh? Play. We want the song." You know what I mean?
So it's also, I think, but again, as I said, we don't have an industry.
Yeah, and
Like, we literally don't have an industry, because what my circle would be, I run a magazine, right? I also run a podcast, right? Those are my two platforms where I push artists. I'm friends with, I connect with a radio personality who plays the same artist. I connect with a club DJ who plays the same artist. I connect with someone in newspaper who just writes even the silliest story about that artist. But we're giving people that presence, and right now we are digital. So I think it's also time that everybody got into the groove with being digital, that you make sure that when you release an album, somebody is talking about that album. You know, we hear someone's going, "No, we released an album," but when I go on www. I do not see anything about that album.
Have any of you heard from South Africa till now?
yeah, no, I bumped into Satenda the other day.
No, I mean as in their music.
Yeah,
Online.
Let me
From
speak
the
about it,
album.
let me
Yeah,
speak about it.
yeah.
I bumped into Satenda and he was talking about because they dropped an album, dude. They dropped.
And you knew when you bumped into him.
Yeah, but then I was an essay, you know what I mean? I wasn't really like, yeah, come on. So I'm like, I don't know what the digital push is, you know what I mean? And I don't know what the push on the ground is, or how we can get around actually getting our music to the people. Because I think that's the most difficult part. Do you know what I'm saying? Actually getting the music to the people, taking it there. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're not everyone is constantly like on social networks or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like right now, the way our economy is in Zimbabwe, no one wants to spend a dollar like going on SoundCloud. They'll just go on their Facebook, post whatever they want to do, and go offline.
Let's not speak about the economy.
That gets emotional.
Yeah, that's a touchy topic.
I
That's a
agree.
touchy topic.
So yeah. Anyway, like we will spend all day here, bro.
Economy.
No, but you get my point.
We get it.
So that's why I was saying that alleged route that the Nigerians do, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Where you know how Zim Dancer blew up.
Yeah.
They were giving combi drivers.
Yeah.
So why not put your R&B? You do know that those combi
Okay, but
drivers
guy-
also like R&B.
But guy, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I go to the studio, right?
Yeah.
I go to the studio. I pull out $2 to leave my house, go to the studio, and go back home. That's $2. I pull out $20 to pay like a studio time. I pull out $20 to pay for like the sound mixing and mastering and stuff. You know what I mean? This song is done. I have to go pay a graphic designer for my artwork. You know what I'm saying? From there, you expect me to go and give this guy this song?
But here's the good part about doing that. After giving 300 people, you can then go on your Facebook page and say, I'm going to be performing at Ningi Ningi Ningi.
No.
And you'll get your money
No.
back.
That's
That's true.
And that's-
But then,
Yeah.
guess what? When you give someone your song or whatever project in the streets, what are the chances that they're actually going to look for your Facebook page and press like?
Okay, maybe not Facebook page, but remember you.
No. Remember the conversation,
Yeah.
and then you can. If you give 300 people, you can go on your Facebook.
Okay, let's move
So
away
how
from the
how are we
Let's move away from
connecting?
Facebook.
Well,
Let's
no,
move away.
what we need to do, we need to learn to connect the ground with this like in the air. You know what I mean? Like online stuff. How do you connect the ground? Because we find we have artists in Zim. Like, yo, man, I was looking at Ja Praise's Twitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think he has reached 1,000 yet.
Yeah, that's true.
But dude, this is like the biggest artist of this time. Do you get what I'm saying? Like on the ground, he has a huge following.
Yeah.
How are we going to connect the ground and the net?
Like I've been telling you guys, all boils down to the radio, I feel. Because the radio is the mass access, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyone can get radio, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nyangoru kumusha, bruh. If you turn on your phone, you can get radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyone can get radio. But because everyone's being brainwashed, I feel like radio is brainwashing people. It annoys me.
No, but do you know another point? Okay, going back to what Darryl asked. Always when you do your marketing, you strategize, okay? So you know that there are some of us, like we are active online, but one way or the other we'll have to, okay, let's say we have an upcoming issue, I have to print. Printing is expensive, so I would prefer being online and just uploading and on an account on Amazon, and then I pay my $15 or $9,
yeah.
you know? But if I print now, whenever people see that logo, if I decide to have a function and then I put a big poster, people are going to know and they'll be like, no, but we've seen that logo somewhere. We've read about, you know. So I think it's all, the connection comes in where you as an artist or you as a brand are able to spread out your PR. So make sure that yes, your PR is with newspapers that people buy on a daily basis, but your PR is also online, so that when you mention your name, if you go to SA or Nigeria or even the UK and you say, okay, my name is Ja Praiser, I'm the biggest artist in Zimbabwe. When someone Googles Ja Praiser, they see, oh, Ja Praiser has done this. Oh, Ja Praiser's SoundCloud. Ja Praiser's music, right? Ja Praiser's iTunes. I think that most artists are are hesitant to put their music on iTunes. iTunes, you're guaranteed that people are going to buy your music. At least, even if it's not locally, but internationally, someone's going to find a way.
We have a lot of Zimbabweans in the diaspora.
Yes, so they're definitely
Not even
looking.
that. Like, I feel like a lot of international people keep looking for new sounds. And
Yeah.
With that hunger, they end up finding, Zimbabwean artists on iTunes, and they'll buy it either way. Because 99 cents is nothing anywhere else, guys.
Yeah.
Here it's a fortune.
Yes.
But anywhere else it's not that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I mean, like, so my question is, how do we get from this point where we can't even say like Zim Hip Hop. I think we have kinda, penetrated the market here at home, but we haven't done so as much as we should. Well, at this point, I think a lot of stuff is depending on 10 Diamonds album. I don't even lie to you, because once we have someone who can top the charts, someone who can actually top the charts, not like just hip hop charts, but actual like I should play up Slotty and Napoleon on Napoleon's show. You know what I mean? Once we have the hip hop artists ripping like that.
Unfortunately enough, that's very true.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Until
we have
that.
to depend on that nigga.
No,
But nah, man, like, hey,
the album's
dog,
probably-
like-
I heard he performed like the song with like Burna Boy last night, man. I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be hard.
Hey, dog, we'll just have to wait, bro. He's been saying December for the longest time now.
Yeah.
It's been December.
Yeah,
We've been waiting. So,
bro,
yeah.
shit's gonna happen soon. Shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, so I mean, like, we can talk all day, bro. Like, music is life for us, niggas. So, we can talk all day. But, hey, for now, I guess that's it. This is a long show. Long interview.
Was this long?
Yeah.
Was this long?
Yeah, interviews are like 6 minutes.
I feel like there's still more to talk about.
Okay, so let's
Okay, fine. Let's talk then.
I feel like there's still more to talk about.
What do you want to talk about then?
I want to talk about Zim Hip Hop. You know what I mean? I want to talk about Zim Hip Hop and just African hip hop and just. When do you predict us like breaking the market, like the regional market?
Regional market.
Yeah,
For
like,
Zim.
like Sadik, yeah.
For Zim, like, ish, I don't want to lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like now that Zim already is struggling to put itself on a online platform, you know what I mean? And everywhere else in the world, everywhere else in Africa,
Yeah.
is basing their music industry off the online platform as already. Look at Levels. Levels is topping charts. Look at even Mandela Money. You know what I mean? We can't talk of North God because
Yeah, but
like, you know what I mean? Like, hip hop is actually making an appearance. African hip hop is making an appearance online, proper impact. Where when someone says download at 12 p.m., the link will be out. Look at Gigi Lamaine's ratings. She put a moja on last week Wednesday. No, it was last week. The week before that.
It was actually last week.
Last week,
Yeah.
last week Wednesday, she put in moja. In 3 hours, it had gotten to 50,000 downloads. In about 6 hours, it was close to 80,000. In about 12 hours, it was over 150,000. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, shout out, I made the 808s on that all day. But yeah, the point being, you know,
she's killing.
yeah, but the point being, you know, like, the artists everywhere else have gotten that much of an appreciation that people are making the effort to go online and show their
Look
appreciation.
at Wizkid.
But guys-
not looking at hip hop, but look at Wizkid. Wizkid had his song Oju. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. Pronounce it. So forgive me, Nigeria, for not being able to pronounce. But look, Drake heard the song, and Drake was like, "I want to jump onto the song." So if we're not making music that is on, like, if we're not making it present to other people around the world, because you know what, they're always looking for new stuff, and they're always looking for, like, Africa is a good market, and you've noticed that how these guys are taking. If you watched Missy Elliott's new video, like where they from, she did the shocky.
I was.
She did the shocky. Like, shocky was the most popular dance last year and earlier this year. She did the shocky. You remember how Beyonce found those guys who helped her with the the choreography. So if you're not,
Even Step Up has got Africans.
so if we're not putting out our stuff there, then who is going to discover us? Because sometimes your big break, ask Justin Bieber, ask anyone else, where is your big?
But another thing, we shouldn't forget internet penetration. That like plays a big role. You know what I mean? Like, if we talk of internet in Zim, you know what I mean? Like, if you look at all networks, that's what Net One, Teleson, Econet, all of them, they package internet around social media. That's like Facebook bundles, WhatsApp bundles, and like Twitter bundles. Do you know what I'm
But then
saying?
again, I do not want to be marketing Econet. Trust me, I'm the last person who hates this. But they've now gotten to a point where they have normal megabyte bundles, right? $1 one for 10 megabytes. And that 10 megabytes...
$2.50.
No, there's the normal one for 10 megabytes. And now they've made a system where that 10 megabytes doesn't disappear like they used to. You know what I mean?
Like
and they
they
have the
used
two, like they used to. You know, they've got the 250 megabyte. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
250 megabytes is about 1 hour's worth of YouTube. Shit.
Yeah, that's real.
If you're downloading, that's like 2-3 albums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's you're pretty out there.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
cool.
even worse, Telecel, $1 you get 100 megabytes for a whole month. A whole month. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, that's true.
Yeah, Net it's 180.
That's great. That's
So,
great.
like,
That's
yeah.
great. Yeah. So I mean, that's like leg room. You know what I mean? Like, for artists, you know, for artists to actually push their music and actually, you know, get it on like a platform like Datafile, Host, or like, I feel like Zim. I feel like we need our own. I feel like we need our own platforms. You know what I mean? Zim. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because to be honest, I don't even want to feel. I'm not taking shots, but African Hip Hop Block is not a Zim company. As much as they are based here,
Yeah.
they don't focus on Zim artists. They don't do enough work for their own country. It doesn't make sense to me.
No. But then they have a differential, just like any business that has a differential.
No, I agree.
And their differential
I agree.
is African hip hop. You know what I mean?
No, I agree, but I mean, as in, if you're here, you have a bucket of water next to you,
Yeah.
but you want to walk outside to get a bucket of water.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
You get it.
But
I just feel like
let's
you don't have to feed Africa with all this music, with all Zim music, but at least give Zim artists, new Zim artists, all these Zim artists, give them leeway, give them traction. If they when they interviewed was it AKA? They interviewed AKA. They pushed that video for days.
Yeah.
They interviewed Shazer.
Yeah.
They didn't even do a video.
Yeah. But okay, cool. I don't know. I don't want to sound biased. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound biased, but I'll be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I understand how like online platforms work and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's a numbers game again. You know what I mean? Like if the person you're like working with, whatever, doesn't have the numbers, it's gonna be a problem for you because if you're using AdSense to like make your money, and this person you just interviewed has no following whatsoever, who is going to come on the platform because you interviewed this person? Do you know what I'm saying? But when you have AKA, when you do an interview with AKA, you're gonna have 100. Let's just say you're gonna have 50,000 people, 50,000 loyal AKA fans. You know, just because it's AKA, they're gonna click that article.
Let me also. I agree with Darryl because I also run an online magazine. I noticed when I'm checking my statistics, I checked when we did the Karma versus AKA on our blog. It is the highest.
Wow.
It is the highest viewed article. When we did an article on Tiwa Savage started following us on Twitter.
Yeah.
You get the point. So the truth is, I also want to make money because the truth is, in a proper industry, someone like Jal Praiser should be paying me to push his brand because that's PR, right? To say nice things about him or to leak the nasty things because there's nothing called bad publicity. Someone like Amara Brown, I made her my cover, right? She should be paying me right now, right? Because I'm giving her a push, but she is not.
Amara, though.
But she's not pushing. But she's not paying. She gets free publicity. So what am I going to do? I'm going to push someone in Nigeria. And I've discovered a new market, Kenya. For me, the Kenyans are starting to follow us. I also have the UK following me. So I'm going to focus on
that I've worked on. We've worked on.
And now I look at the markets that will bring in money or traffic for me, so that I make money. Okay.
But this is my view. Though.
Yeah.
This is my view. Why not do this?
Yeah.
We're having an interview right now.
Yes.
How much of a following does Darryl have? Okay, in general.
Daryl
has a loyal following. Either way.
Okay.
People listen to you.
I don't think.
Do you know how many people tuned into radio when you were interviewed? Quite a few. I'm just saying. Let's say right now we have Darryl, right? Let's just say he's a very influential character. We get someone like, let me think of an artist that's drowning in the industry right now. There are a lot of artists that's drowning in the industry. I'm not filter, bro. Why do you have to be nice to these people? You don't have to be. You know what I mean?
Let's talk
let's say you, right? Now Maskili, he's flourishing. I'm sad enough. He's flourishing. But let's just say you, right? And maybe any rap city. Okay, Venge music. A lot of people don't know Venge music in Africa. But you know what I mean? But he's got 3,000 followers in Boston. You know what I mean? Almost close to 5,000 actually. But let's say you get Venge music. You get Darryl in the same platform. Now people are listening to the show because they only listen to Darryl. But they're now introduced to Venge and they're like, this one's actually a bad own. Yeah. Let's listen to Venge as well. And you see what happened. Same thing that happened on your show. Yeah. They brought Guluva 7. Yeah. And they brought some other person, I don't know. Yeah. But I didn't know Guluva 7 until you were on the show. And I tuned in to listen to Darryl. And then I knew about Guluva 7. And then that same week Guluva 7 came to our studio. You see, like it becomes a cycle. It becomes a cycle. Sharing an audience. You use an audience of someone who's big and use them to get the next generation.
So next podcast we're interviewing Jal Praiser.
You know, we're gonna have Jal Praiser.
And when you get Amara Brown, just make sure I'm there as well. Not for real.
No, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. We got you.
That's happening this December, right?
We'll make it happen.
Well, if she's not busy.
Yeah, she doesn't stunt with us.
She doesn't stunt.
I hope she doesn't stunt.
I hope she doesn't stunt with me as well.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. Okay, fine. For now, I think we're done, right? I think we're done. It's been quite a while. Yeah, it's been quite a while.
Fine.
Yes.
But I don't know. What were you talking about that time? We were talking about something. Remember that
time? You know what? We can do this off air, mate.
No. We really wanted to talk about something on air. Remember? You don't remember?
No, I'm forgetting. But Darryl, so right now you are heading SA Hip Hop Mag. Where do we where can we expect you in 2016? I don't like going too far into the future, but what's
right
the next?
there.
Yeah.
If you speak to like the people that know me, you know what I mean. I really like don't talk about like my future plans or whatever.
Oh,
But
by
okay.
the way, guys, Darryl won a Zimbabwe Achievers Award.
No.
What was it one? Oh, the other one was for
Youth Village,
for
yeah.
Youth Village, but still,
So
it's a win.
It's a win.
So Darryl has already put an accolade in his box.
No, in my mom's dining.
Yeah, no, big things, man.
Yeah,
big
yeah,
things.
No, but already an accolade. Accolades are tricky, but it also helps boost and open doors for you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what are we expecting from you?
Yeah, what I'm noticing is like, you know, a lot more people like really just start believing in what you're saying or, you know, your vision, because I mean, you're actually doing something, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I'm talking to a lot of people. I'm excited about 2016, from like fashion to like music and just all this, you know, like I'm looking to push it, and I'm looking to really link like Zim hip hop artists and like SA hip hop artists. You know what I mean? That's one thing I really want to do.
Okay.
No, that's beautiful, my nigga.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. We need to eat, right?
Yeah, we need to eat, dog. We need to eat.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I think now is it everything? I mean, guys, it's gonna be hectic to edit. Eh?
Okay. That's
No,
fine.
don't worry. You're gonna have my beat tape playing the whole time. So it's push for me, bro. I don't mind.
Any last words, Darryl, before we leave? We're definitely going to catch up with you.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Amara Brown.
Wow.
Are you sure that's what you want to say?
Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Oh, so we figure she's your WCW.
And News Bay.
Yeah, News Bay, what's good?
Tripping. You need to cut this shit out.
Nah, man, like, hey, how many WC? You can have 30 WCWs,
Okay,
bro.
yeah.
I got from Erica Badu to freaking, I got Miss Red on there, man.
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
I got Yara on
Miss
my
Red,
list.
Miss
Yes,
Red.
Miss
You-
Red. I
you
feel Miss Red, dog.
Like Miss Red.
I've been feeling
I
Miss
think Miss Red
Red.
is beautiful, but you know, like,
Hey, dog.
I've never really had the chance to speak to her, you know, because he's superstar.
Nah, man, I don't want to lie to you, bro. Anyone who listens to the show knows I like full-bodied women.
Yeah,
Already, bro. We like that meat.
you like the
That
flash.
yams,
Yeah,
bro.
Yams,
Those
yams. Yeah.
You guys are just being guys. Anyway, thank you, Darryl, for joining us on the Groove Deck. We hope to keep up with you, and we'll keep following SA Hip Hop Mag and what you're doing. Keep pushing your brand, your personal brand, because we believe when you grow, everybody else grows. So
Thank you for having me.
keep pushing
Nah,
your
man,
brand.
you're definitely gonna grow with us.
Yeah, we're gonna stay growing.
We're gonna stay growing.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. Don't worry, eh? Don't worry, eh?
And it's about to rain, so I guess it's
Yeah,
promised that we all going to grow.
Yeah. And
All
it's
right.
hot in the booth, so yeah, man.
Yeah, all right, guys. Thank you. We're joined by Darryl Nyamutsamba, Zimbabwe Achievers Award winner for South Africa, and also the editor. Am I correct?
Yes, the editor.
of the South African Hip Hop Mag.
Yep.
Yeah. So, guys, till the next time.
Yeah, keep following the beat of the nation.
Ciao.
That's a come when you
Peace.
Groove Dick, the beat of the nation.